My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And today we have a very exciting presentation from Master Moses on the rod and staff, the concept of what he does to communicate or channel God, because that's exactly what he does, is he channels God, literally. And when he first came to me, he said it's important to understand the symbolic meaning to the stories that have been told to represent his actions and behaviors in the past. Many of the stories merely talk about the personalities and the events and circumstances as if they were exclusively physical activities. He says they were not exclusively physical activities. These were mystical manifestations of what he did. Mystical manifestations. Yes. So he calls it understanding the holy staff and the way he channels God, how he actually accesses God and channels him into the manifestations that he did in those days to create phenomena, astrological, astronomical, environmental phenomena and events in relation to the source of all things that worked through him, that he allowed through himself. The mountain that he climbed was one within all of us. It is a mountain within all of us where we find that place of illumination within ourselves. It is not something you will find outside of yourself, although you might find there are those that can inspire you. The fire, the source, the great bush is within your being. It has a physical location in your body. Your rod, the staff, are within you, and your ability to align your awareness to these things, to the relationship that you always have with this source, to become detached from the unnecessary significance that you place on the physical world. You can rediscover that the significance in the spiritual world and the relationship you have there is of far more greater value than the one you have with this physical world, although the physical world can easily demonstrate the relationship that you have with God. The relationship you have with God is demonstrated by what you see occurring in the world individually, in your life. The relationship you have with your God, is what you see as your life right now. And how do you get to that place? How do you climb that mountain? How do you reach the ear and the voice? How do you reach them? You do not reach them through another man. You reach them within. You go within. You climb. You ascend the mountain. You surrender your littleness, your smallness. You allow yourself to be embraced and engulfed by something greater than your body, something greater than your senses, something greater than the ruminations of other men. You go within to this place. You climb the stairs. You climb the stairs. By stairs, he's meaning that our spine, the physical spine, is an energy system. It's an electrical energy system. So when he's talking about the mountain, he's literally talking about ascending, climbing from our lower vibrational nature, which is the body, the instincts, the base energy of the body, thinking we're just a body. Climbing up, moving our awareness up. We move our awareness up that energy system, and we come up to this place. In the physical place in the body is represented by the top of the mountain, is called the pineal gland. The burning bush, that place of illumination, that bridge between heaven and earth, is the pineal gland. This is what he's saying. Those that are able to reach the top of the mountain, few ever make the journey. I was one, and there have been many others, but very few actually make the journey up to the top. To arrive at the top, to sit and listen quietly and patiently until you hear. Do not be distracted by the world, nor be distracted by your senses, for they will have you tumble down the side of the mountain all the way to the bottom again. In your space at the top of this mountain, you listen quietly. You may even inquire even as to the creator of your light, of your life, and ask, show me, what do I need to know that this earth cannot show me? What do I need to know that man cannot show me? What do I need to know? What do I need to hear? What do I need to see? Let me see. Let me hear. Let me know. And when you make that ascension up the mountain and you rest in that place at the top, where there is no man, no world, no body, no sense, just being you alone with your source. Very few make this climb. Those that do are considered masters. Those that do are considered mystics. Those that do are considered by others to be special. But in truth, we are no more, no less special than any other. The difference only being was we understand our relationship to the great source, to the great light. In the stories you have heard where I used a great rod to command things to occur in this world, to bring forth conditions, changes, the commandment was in the movement of the will of that source into matter, knowing that as I ask, I shall receive. That if I command from this place, if I ask of my father, if I ask of my mother to do these things, they will say to me, yes, go forth and do these things. They will say this, go forth and do these things. But you must learn to hear your mother and hear your father. These are not the biological ones that you speak of, but the one that is both the cause and effect of what you perceive with your senses. And all in this world is subjective and offers itself up to you without complaint. So when I said, bring forth light, it brought forth light. When I said, bring forth death, it brings forth death. When I said, bring forth the way to escape, to alleviate our suffering, it is done. The rod, the bringing forth of the light down through the rod. From the top of the mountain, I came down and I brought forth into this world that which is known between myself and my Father, that which you call God. It is within all of you to do this, but very few of you ever make that journey up the mountain, that place in consciousness, in awareness that enables you to be free of all and master of none. To know that your words are law. Even if you do not know your words are law, they are law. It is better to know the law before you speak its words. For you may write your own law, and the will of your Creator will make it so. And so this great staff within the body, this great mountain within your body that you may climb and ascend to the top. Very few of you understand what we mean by ascending to the top. And we've been telling you through many embodiments throughout the ages, this place of illumination and liberation that is within you. And you still seek to find it in this world exclusively, repeatedly, lifetime after lifetime, facing repeated disappointments and mere moments of euphoria, believing that the acquisition of material goods will give you the great divine inspiration and freedom that you seek, only to find that it is but temporary. But when you ascend to the top of the mountain and you speak there, and you hear there, you listen and you speak. You listen and you speak from there. Then you can begin to hear. but the words of man are not the words of God. For you can only know those words within yourself. There is a process that you may use to do as I and others have done, to move your awareness from this world, not to depart from this world, but to move your awareness from this world, from its sights, its sounds, its smells, its touches, its tastes, to listen again to the voice that gave life to all of what you see, to go back to that source. It is within you. It is within you. You may move your awareness up, bring your awareness into this place. Many of you have difficulty getting past the storms and the noise and the distractions of this world that fill your mind, but which has very little to do with who you are, and you are distracted by the seductions of your past, the considerations of a future that you do not have. You are seduced by the pleasure of this mechanism, and so you remain distracted, and in your distraction you suffer, and you wish to find freedom from your distraction. So you find more distraction to be free of a distraction. This will not work. You must ascend up beyond sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell, to rest in the silence of your temple, to rest in the silence of your temple. When you achieve the silence in your temple, wait, be still. Do not let any sound or any sight or anything bring you back down to this physical world. Stay on the top of the mountain. Stay in that place, in the silence. And in there, may you remember my name. There you will remember your name. And there you can bring down to those that seek the path up, the way. The physical process for this is really simple. And you've heard other beings that we've brought through talk about this too. The using your breath is a sacred, holy covenant. Your ability to stop, to have your body sit and still, to make your body breathe is a holy covenant. There's no other animal on the planet that can stop and go, I'm going to sit in this chair and breathe slowly and deeply. I'm going to move my energy up from the body into the energy, the connecting organ between myself and non-physical. No other animal can do that. So you can literally use your breath and draw your energy up. Up, away from the sounds, the smells, the touches, the taste, into that place of silence. And when you can reach the silence, that's getting close to the top of the mountain. If anybody's ever been to the top of a physical mountain, you know how darn quiet it can be. So what he's saying is being able to get to that place in consciousness, in awareness. So you move your awareness out from being attached to the senses. Get yourself to that place where you're literally just in silence. And listen. Because in the silence, you will begin to hear what you cannot hear in this world. Although what you hear in the silence will be demonstrated and is demonstrated in this world. When he first came to me during the meditation, and I found myself up in that space, and I just felt this wonderful, it's like literally like being on the top of a mountain. It's just pure silence. And he said, this is the top of the staff. You're at the top of the staff, the top of the mountain. You've climbed, you've ascended yourself up. And now just listen here. Listen and hear, and then take what you have received and bring it to earth. And that's fascinating, that each and every one of us has that mountain to climb within ourselves. That there's a place where we can distinguish between who we are and who we think we are, that allows us to move out of subjectivity to matter and offer something to the world that only you can offer through that form. Yes. He says, you can have command over all things. When you understand of what I speak, you may have command over all these things. As you do, whether you are aware of it or not. But you may know this to be true. But you cannot know it unless you aspire to that place. Let's get into this. Do some Q&A here, folks. I want to thank Master Moses for being present today. This concept of the mountain, this concept of being the whole rod and the staff, as that the spine, the physical spine, the top, the brain that's the top of the staff. That the brain and the spine is the rod. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me, right? And this is a manifestation of Source. Hearing the voice of God is natural to anybody who lives in a body. It's natural to learn how to hear, learning how to move your awareness outside of the finite identification of self as a body. Anyway, very interesting. Let's get into question and answers, because I can't speak the way he can speak. So we'll let him go. Hi, everybody. Good morning, Kelly. Hi, Sarah. Hey, Sean. How are you? Wonderful. Hello, artist. Hi, Daniela. Good morning. Question from One Love. How does one draw up the energy, the staff, to bring up and what? Well, it really is as simple as your breathing. That when you understand how your breath works, when you implement your breath, you implement authority over that body. When you implement your breath, you implement an authority over that body. And you may say to the body, be still, and it will be still. And you may say to the mind, be still, and it will be still. And in your breath, you can liberate yourself from the body. In your breath, you can liberate yourself from thought. Think about this. You can do this now. If you take a deep breath right now, and it has all of your attention, there is no thought. There's but the breath. And you use that breath to draw your awareness. You draw yourself up out of this world into this space. You draw your awareness up and out of this world into this space. And in this space, you let nothing disturb you. It is what the one you call Master Jesus did when he went up into the desert. What I called the silence of the mountain, he called the desert. He arrived in that place where there was no world, no mind, no man, or just himself, the silence that was there, listening and waiting. And he waited and listened to respond to him as I did, waited for it to respond. And so too, you must go to that place where there is silence. And in that silence, you may ask, inspire me, guide me, show me. But you must not expect that of any man. So move your awareness to that place where there is silence. Do not let the world keep you in its grip. For you came here to offer something to the world that only you can offer it. That is the simplest way to bring yourself to that place, to climb that mountain, to go up that sacred path. Sean, the advice that, I don't know who this is, I think it's your guardian angel saying, stop all your worry. Stop all worry for 3 days. Release all worry for 3 days. They're saying to tell you this, to release all of your worry for 3 days. Do not allow your attention to go on any worry for 3 days. I just asked them why 3 days. They said at the third day, you will be relieved. On the third day, you will be relieved. I'm not sure what they mean by that, but that's what they're saying. Hello, Julia. Question from Julia. Does Master Moses have a message for me, please, for today? Wow. The words he's saying are very simple. He's saying, do never despair. He's very precise about this. Do never despair. Yes. You seek in this world that which you cannot find, but you can find that which you seek within yourself. Stop seeking in this world what you must find within yourself. You will not find it in the disturbances of your mind. You cannot seek it in the contrivances of this world, but you will find it in your soul, in this place. Go to this place. Wow. Yes, precisely. Great statement. Question from Lysandra. Any message for me? Thanks. All in caps, too. In your moment of anticipation to hear these words, in your moment of anticipation, go there. Do not let your mind or your world go to that place of silence and anticipate and stay in anticipation until what you anticipate and the truth of it is revealed to you. Wow, thank you. Question, what is the best process to align my chakras? Chakras are also known as energy centers. Really depends on what level you're functioning from. If you're functioning from a biological place, you want to really focus on getting your spine really flexible and free. You want to really get biology in alignment to your divinity, right? Because your body is supposed to be in alignment with you. Most people try to get aligned to their body, but your body's supposed to be in alignment with you. So you want to get your body, the spine really aligned, right? Then you want to use your breath. You want to use your breath and draw your energy up out of the lower energy centers, right? That's the root chakra, the sacral chakra. You want to draw your energy out because the root and sacral chakra are all about survival, sensuality, sexuality, like really enjoying pleasure. And when you can draw that energy up out of there from being identified with matter, the senses, draw that energy up out of those centers and bring it up. You want to bring that survival energy up to the top of the mountain with you. You want to take all that energy from there. You want to relieve yourself of the world. Bring yourself to that place, up to that place within the silence up in here. And up there, if you continue to draw your attention up there, so if a sound tries to get your attention, or a smell, or a memory, or anything that tries to get your attention of this world, pull your awareness back to that place in silence. Keep bringing awareness back to silence, back to silence, back to silence. And remain there. And what starts to happen is the things in your mind and the things of this world stop affecting your body. And now you, in the silence, that place of undistractedness, begins to reorganize the conditions of your biology and your mind differently. Silence affects your mind very differently than does the information running on your mind by the stimulation of your senses. You really want to get to that place where you're up here, drawing energy out of the lower energy centers, not staying lost in it. Most people are stuck down in those lower energy centers. That's why so much suffering, right, on this planet today. So much suffering and so much what's the word for it? Uncontrolled desire fulfillment going on, where people are just trying to fulfill with their lives with stuff and money and things that make them feel a certain way from this world. Pull your attention away from that. You'll be amazed what happens when you can sit in silence for a while. What starts to liberate you. Great question. Question from Daniela. In that place you find enlightenment and your spiritual life purpose. Why 40 days? This will differ from one to the other. For there are those of you that have already done the inner work to liberate yourself from this world. But the 40 days, again, is a metaphor for me that I was able to remain in absolute quiet solitude for 40 days until I heard and knew my father's voice, my mother's voice, when I said to honor thy mother and thy father, I did not simply mean thy biological mother and thy biological father, but that which is the father, the information, the wisdom, the all-knowing, and the mother, which is the manifestation, that which gives the idea, that which brings it to life. Honor those two with all your heart. Cool. Yes. But 40 days is, again, just a number. There's much information that has been given to this world, much misinformation that has been given to this world of the truth of what these things mean. Thy rod and thy staff. Time is not important, but if you can keep your mind silent for 40 days and still be aware that you are aware, you will start to hear and you will start to know things very differently than what you do from this world. And that I cannot tell you, for you must know. Thank you. A question from Bridget. Hi, Bridget. Could I please have a message from my higher self? I'm feeling blocked. I don't know. Their higher self is giggling away here. The idea that you are blocked. The joy. They're telling me that the joy must be released, not acquired. Your joy must be released, not acquired. Yes. I don't know if you ever, I keep getting a picture from your higher self about like these whirling dervishes. They're called whirling dervishes, where they spin around and around, but like liberate your body, in a dance of joy if you can. Like get something where you're actually doing something that brings the energy of joy into your body. This will release the block. For joy is a higher vibration, right? When you can realign to a higher vibration, body, mind, and soul must be in alignment. So the blockage is because there's a misalignment. You want to get your body back into a joyful energy. Get your mind into a joyful energy, thought forms. And then you'll realign. The block will be gone. Even in the first 2 minutes, they're saying, even in the first 2 minutes, if you do this, you will feel that block is gone. And joy is your natural state. Not something to be acquired, but dance that body. Align your mind to joy. There is no block. It is just a misperception. Cool. Thank you so much. Question from Kathy. I'm learning about Moses and the story of the burning bush. I'm doing a meditation with breath work and chakras. May I have a message to grow in my meditation? Thank you. Wow. There's a great love that flows down to you. There is a great love that flows down to you in your adoration, your quiet adoration for that which you cannot see and that which you cannot hear. That place that you reside, where your heart needs no reason to smile because you are in the presence of the very life and light that I am. And I am with you. I am with you. In that place, question from Tanya. I have been tired lately and demotivated, no desire to do anything. Can you tune in and see what's going on? It's not that you're unmotivated. It's that you are not receiving guidance from your source. What you need to hear is what you have been listening to today. To realize you cannot find the fulfillment that you seek from this world any longer, but you can offer your light to this world in fulfillment of your relationship to that which made you, in fulfillment of that relationship, of that which made you, to experience it fully and completely. The place that you step into, that unfamiliar place where you think you are demotivated, is the place where you are ready to receive. At least you are beginning to step into that realm, to sit without any judgment, without any expectation that you should have an experience of one kind or another, but to be in that place peacefully and contentedly, in that place where the world has no value to you, but the value in the relationship of that which gives you life. You may bring that to this world. It is no longer about what you will receive from this world, but what are you here to give this world? And in this place of silence, and in this place of no world, you can begin to hear. You can begin to feel. You can begin to remember the flame that gives you life, the flame that you can carry forth into this world. The bringing down of the tablets was the bringing of the flame to others to the level that they could understand it. The words, the information that would inspire some to consider climbing that mountain. But each and every one of you must make this journey to that place. And you are in that place right now to begin to listen and receive. It is not that you are unmotivated. It is that you are seeking the right motivation from that flame that is your life. And when you touch it, you will not be burned, and you will see how bright it is. Wow. Thank you, Julia. Really appreciate that. Thank you for that super chat. Wow. There we are. And so it's an amazing thing that starts to happen. Every single human soul on this planet has a direct connection to God. You can't get that connection from anybody else because it's already there. It's already established. You just need to return yourself to that relationship, that light that is within you. There is no other soul in this world that can give you that which you already possess. None other. No other God before thee. No, it is true. Inside you there is a light so bright. Inside you is a love so strong that the moment you remember it, then all that has befallen you in your life will have no value anymore. It will not be of great import, but what you will have to share from the words of your Creator, what you will have to share will be of greater value than anything of this world. Joy and love cannot in gold be found. Joy and love within it is. You will not find it in this world, but you may bring it to this world. You may offer it to this world. But first you must climb the mountain. You must ascend from your subjectivity to this world, not to separate from it, but to rise up to that within you, that spark of light and life that beats that heart in that body right now. Rise up to it. Rise up to it. Rest in that place of silence. Rise above the noise of this world, the noise of your mind, the distractions of your body. rise up to the top and listen until you hear. For in the silence that you will hear beyond this world, you will hear the truth of all things. But you will not hear the truth of all things in the noise of this world, but you will hear it in the silence. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to take one more question today from Mara. My son is moving with his family soon. May I have a message for him? Wow. The words that are coming through, I don't know who this is, but they're saying, please tell this one that the pearls of his love, may he scatter them wherever he goes. Have him be very mindful that what comes out of his mouth and is offered by his hand is nothing but the pearl of love. Let this be his offering to the world, and he will know peace, and those that know him will know peace. Thank you. Thank you, Mara. Wow, guys. I want to thank Master Moses and Master Jesus and that person's higher self for coming through today. Thank you so much. And I want to thank you guys for showing up today. Thank you for using the super chat. Really appreciate your support. We'll see you again on Wednesday for Shortcuts for Your Soul. That whole process of ascension is an amazing thing. Love is what you are. It's not something you have to get. It's what you are. Make that journey. Climb that mountain. Get out of the body identification. Get into the awareness of what you are as an awareness. I consider myself very fortunate to be able to bring this through, and also to receive the inspiration I receive. I'm sitting in meditation. Moses pops into my head, or sometimes it's Jesus or Buddha or Joan of Arc. We all have this. Like, I'm not special in any way here. Every one of you has it within you. The kingdom of the divine is within every single one of us. And I spent many years trying to get my happiness and fulfillment from this world. And it's something that I realized I came here to give to the world. Not to get from it, to give to it. Right? Anyway, use your breath. Use your breath. That magical, beautiful breath of yours. You can liberate yourself so quickly with your breath. Anyway, much love, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful, a joyful day. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye for now.